Hi, and welcome to part 2 of our upper body opener and strengthener. We're going to go ahead and get started right away so that we can keep this nice and short, and you can do this video whenever you have some spare time. Let's go ahead and come into our child's pose with wide-legged knees, drawing them out to just about as wide as your mat, and then walk the arms out in front of you. Allow the forehead to rest to the earth. We'll just take a couple breaths here to start in this posture. Feel your fingertips walk forward to open through the front part of the shoulders. And start to focus on the breath. Expanding wide across the back. And release on the exhale and feel the front part of the shoulders feel heavy. Inhale, drawing the breath all the way down along the spine. And the rib cage expands. Exhale, release, noting any tension through the upper back or the shoulders. And start to focus on letting it melt away. On our next inhale, we'll start to walk the hands over towards the left. Taking a lateral child's pose and start to feel the right side open along the side of the right ribs, the outside of that right shoulder. Sinking your head down towards the mat. Again, focus on using that breath to expand and create length through the side of the right body. And exhale, relax. There's no need to hold on or to tighten through this posture. We're just starting to wake up the side body. On the next inhale, we'll walk through center and take that over towards the right side. This time working on the left side body. Relaxing the forehead to the mat. Notice any difference here underneath that left armpit, along the left ribs. Feel the left hip stay heavy and draw towards the earth. And really explore that depth through the side body. You might really start to feel some energy awaken along some unexplored parts that really don't get this kind of movement every day. On the next inhale, we'll come back through center and then just lift ourselves up into a tabletop position. Again, we'll continue with that notion of waking up the spine, especially if you're doing this early. You may find that it's very different for different parts of the day. From here in your tabletop, just give yourself a little check of the alignment so that the shoulders are over the wrists and the hips are over the knees. And we'll start to shift into that left hand as we draw the right hand up towards the sky. Fingertips are long and the gaze goes up as we get a nice little stretch and a rotation along through the spine. From here, allow the right hand to come back towards the mat. We'll inhale, draw it up again. Just working on that rotation, feeling it come through the torso. And then exhale, lower the hand towards the earth. Inhale once more, bring it up towards the sky. Stretch out the fingertips, feel long. And then exhale, this time we're going to thread those right fingertips underneath the left arm as we allow the right ear to come towards the mat for a little shoulder stretch, this time on the back of the right shoulder. And now to intense or change the feeling of that stretch, you can press into that right forearm, feel a difference there. You can also change the position of the left hand. You can use it, keep it right next to the face and press into the mat. Again, changing how you feel. Some people really like having the left arm up above the head and then pressing there. And then another option as well is to take a bind and to draw that left hand behind the back and maybe take a grip of the inside of the right thigh. Any way that works for you, our intention is to really feel that stretch on the back side of the right shoulder. We'll take one more big breath here. And wherever you're at, take that left hand alongside the face, and we're going to press down into the mat, lift that right arm up to the sky once more, and then draw it back down towards the mat. We'll take that same thing on the left side. From here, inhale the left arm up, open the chest up towards the sky. Feel that spiral motion coming from the torso. And then exhale, draw it down towards the earth. Now I'm noticing a significant difference from my left to my right side. Inhale it up. And then exhale it down to the mat. We don't tend to be very even in our bodies, so you will notice a difference. And bring it back down towards the earth. We'll take one more on the left side, drawing that left fingertips up and feeling the length from fingertips all the way down to the mat. And then exhale. This time we'll draw the left hand underneath the right arm. Allow the left ear to settle towards the mat. You take the variation that works for you on this side. Again, you may have some differences whether you're tighter on the left versus the right. You play around with the right hand and feel what gives you the best stretch into the backside of the left shoulder. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths. To relax. At the same time, we are still very much working. So we want to relax into the places where we're feeling tension. So if our shoulder is bothering us or if we have some tightness we need to work out, we need to emphasize the relaxation in that area. At the same time, the other parts of our body are still quite working. We're still drawing the navel up and in, a slight tuck of the tailbone, and then pressing with that right hand to allow us to stretch into the left shoulder. On the next exhale, we'll go ahead and release and then place that right hand towards the mat and then press up. We'll come back into our tabletop. From tabletop, we're going to come into my favorite pose and drop our belly towards the earth and come into Sphinx. I love the space that Sphinx creates, but also feels very relaxing at the same time. Check your elbows so that they are just slightly in front of the chest, so just slightly in front of the shoulders. We don't want them pulled way back. We need a little bit of space, so a couple inches in front of the shoulders, and then the feet should be nice and wide behind you to provide some space for the lower back and to give you some protection there. In your Sphinx pose, we keep it active by pressing into the palms, pressing the forearms down, at the same time pulling back with the palms and the forearms. You almost feel like you're trying to drag yourself forward on your mat, even though it's would be almost impossible. And then you're going to lift the chest up towards the sky, feel the sternum reach up and forward. So gaze will come slightly up as well. At the same time, your shoulders should naturally be drawing down and away from the ears. Shoulder blades are down the back. And focusing into the lower body, you can feel a press of the quadriceps into the mat. That will also help you protect the back. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, we'll lower the chest towards the mat. This time we're going to bring the hands just about underneath the shoulders. And we're going to push up into cobra. So the palms are on the mat. We're going to keep the elbows slightly bent for our cobra. Tuck the tailbone, draw the navel in, and feel the shoulders down and away from the ears. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, allow your chest to lower down towards the mat. We'll move the hands once more. This time you'll need to play with the position. I will say that if your hands are further away from you, this next posture will be easier. If you aren't quite as open in the back body, you might want them further away. If you are more open, you can have them closer inside the torso. From here, the fingertips, place them at where you need them, and you'll be on your fingertips. Lift the elbows so that they're sticking out, and then start to tuck the chin and roll the chest up. At the same time, begin to straighten the elbows as you come to seal pose. Tuck the tailbone, stay strong through the core, and then exhale. We'll lower down from where we came, stick the elbows out, and then inhale, press up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, lower down. 2 more. Very good. From here, let's just lower down towards the mat. You can breathe the hands in, give your shoulders a little break. We're going to do another shoulder and upper back strengthener here, and we're going to do some Supermans. Now, we're going to focus only on the upper body, so just allow your legs to stay on the mat and keep the feet out wide. But draw the arms alongside the ears. The palms are facing inward. On the inhale, we're going to lift the chest and the upper body up off of the mat as far as you can go. And then exhale, lower down. Now we have quite a long lever here, so there's quite a bit of weight, so don't be worried if you cannot come up very far off the mat. We'll take 5 of these. Very good. On the last one, let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and allow your head and your shoulders to rest onto the mat. All right, one more exercise in this prone position. We're going to do some lat pulls. So lift the head up slightly off of the mat, and you can bring the hands underneath the shoulders and start from this position. And in our lat pulls, we're going to lift up, point the fingers out in front of you, palms are facing the earth, and then leave your neck and chest lifted as you draw the shoulders back and together. So we're really working the upper back at the same time the shoulders. We'll take 5 more here. Extend out long. Draw the shoulders back. Take any breaks if you need to. All right, on the last one, we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's lower down. Very good. From here, let's push back into a child's pose, this time a narrow-legged child's pose. And then you can bring the arms alongside your body. And just allow the arms to relax and feel the shoulders spread wide. If your shoulders are tired and achy, taking a narrow-legged child's pose with the arms brought inward is a nice way to relax the shoulders. Finally, from here, we're going to take a rabbit's pose. So your legs will stay right where they're at, but we're going to change the position of our hands and also our head. So I need you to come more onto the crown of your head. You'll probably have to lift your butt up slightly just so you can make that happen. So the very flat part, top part of the head, the crown, and not the forehead. The hands will take a grip of the heels, and from here, we'll just lift that tailbone a little bit higher. Hold on to the heels. And then as you lift the tailbone and come even further onto the top of the head, you're going to really feel a stretch in that upper back and into the shoulders. It's one of my favorite stretches for the upper back. You can really control how deep you go into it. And then you can rest the tailbone back down. Take a breath. On the next inhale, we'll come up into it once more for one final stretch. And then release it back down. You can go ahead and take a moment in your child's pose if you wish, or if you are ready to close out your session, by all means, go ahead and do that. But the fact that you took the time, this few minutes, to do some of your shoulder exercises and to take some care into your body was wonderful. Have a great day. Bye.